Alrighty, welcome back to the ReEducation Camp. Karen O'Toole here, joined by the intelligent, always amusing homeowner, Collin Miller. And that introduction is provided by one of our listeners, or one of our I'll just say listeners. We're old school radio folk. So we'll say one of our listeners. If you have an adjective to describe Collin, our beloved Collin here on the ReEducation Camp podcast, leave us a comment and I will be sure to include it in my introduction. I will specify this is a family broadcast, so we don't want any funny business.
No foul
So
language, please,
no
and
foul
nothing
language.
negative. I can't handle the slightest bit of criticism. I'm so fragile, I'll just crumble. So please keep it positive and keep it clean. Those are the two rules I want you to
Yes.
follow, if you don't
I
mind.
think I think positive is probably even more important than the foul language. I think for
Yes,
you. Yes,
overall, I
yeah.
mean, I won't be that offended if I see some foul language, but I will be very troubled, and it may alter the entire course of my day if I read anything even remotely negative. So please, if you wouldn't mind, only
Yes.
positive, glowing things about the
Okay.
podcast in general, quite frankly. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read your negativity. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, I don't need your toxic negativity. So we're going to get into actually comments a little bit later. We did have one bomb. We did have a bomb comment that I know Collin is going to be reeling from for probably a couple of days. He'll be texting me on Tuesday. Can we talk? Can we talk after work? I've got he'll be on the calling me from the edge,
Do I know
postcards from
about
the
this
edge.
comment?
Yes, you did. You sent it to me. You're the one that sent it
Oh,
to me. So you
okay.
know about you're like, oh God, I could
It's hard to
see
keep
you.
track of what I send you. I send you so many ridiculous things that it all kind of just runs together at a certain point. But yeah,
But yes,
nevertheless, we've
comments later. Yeah, comments later. Fan favorite horoscope reading for
yes,
Kamala and for Trump. That's coming up later in the show. But first, we're going to have to get into today. DNC starts tomorrow in Chicago. But you have a little bit of a topic, some viral video run around this weekend that you wanted to tell me about. And we
yes.
do want to just let people know before we pull this up. It is not a video that I think I would describe as graphic. I'm not going to try describe it as graphic, but like you might. I don't think it's anything more in this day
It's
and age.
very
It's not.
PG.
It's
It's
very
nothing.
PG. Yeah.
Yes, this is not like X-rated content that I'm about
Yeah.
to pull up on YouTube here or anything like that. It's concerning the Florida representative Anna Paulina Luna. Karen, are you familiar with Ms. Anna Paulina Luna by chance?
Yes. Yes, I am familiar with her, and I know that she's one of your faves. Colin has a
Oh
rotation of
yes.
fave girls, and sometimes they're on the left, sometimes on the right. He doesn't discriminate.
No, I
Yeah.
don't, because I can tell you things about AOC that I also find very alluring and very attractive. Sometimes I look at her and I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry, but she's got beautiful facial features.
And our girl Kamala. I mean, Kamala is Pete Kamala. We've
Hey,
discussed is
I
she's
look at some photos
cute.
of Kamala and I'm like, okay, I can see what a
I
lot
could
of
see
these
what Willie
guys,
saw. I
yeah,
could see what Willie
yeah.
was. Yeah, he was like, okay, yeah, give her a job. Give her a
Yeah,
job in the
nothing you would
DA's
just shove
office.
aside
Yeah,
immediately. But
yeah.
anyhow,
You would just
let's talk about Ms. Anna Paulina Luna here, because I want to
yes.
give some credentials too. I feel like it's important to kind of lay out her credentials here. So at the present time, Ms. Anna Paulina, she's serving her first term as a Republican Congresswoman, and I just want to pull up here. Um, what district she's actually representing, because it's very important. So she was born in Santa Ana, California in 1989. So she's my age, Karen. She's 35
That's
years old.
unbelievable. We're
I know.
losers.
I
We
Yeah,
should
we are
be,
such
yeah.
we should be ashamed, and I am ashamed. I'll just put that out there. But she's representing Florida's 13th congressional district. Now, Anna Paulina Luna, she was a legit model, and what I mean by model is like she was actually in a lot of prominent magazines. She was in
Really?
Maxim. She might
Oh,
have even been
really?
in.
Maxim.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was a high level model, and she was also in the United States Air Force as well. And she actually served as an airfield management specialist in the U.S. Air Force from 2009 to 2014, first at Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, and then at Hurlburt Field in Florida. So those are her Air Force credentials here. But let's get into the goods. Let's get into what I actually want to talk about here. So there's this old clip. I think this is from about 8 years ago from her modeling career. So this would have been during Trump's first run at the Republican nomination for the presidency. So let me get to the video in question here, Karen. We're going to closely examine this, and it's going to kind of
Closely examine.
lead us into a broader conversation, really,
Yes.
about this impending or current trend of what I would label as e-girl politicians, e-girl congresswomen and senators. But here we go. Let's pull up the video that has been making the rounds here. So let me enlarge this here.
Let me, yeah, make sure we can
Yeah,
see
and we might
this
have to watch this, a few
a couple
times. It's a short
times.
video. So here she is. You can see she's wearing her "Make America Great Again" one-piece swimsuit, and there you have it. That's Anna Paulina Luna.
There's yeah,
Um,
that's our congresswoman
yeah. One more
in
time
Florida.
here.
One more,
One more time here, and then
one more.
I'll discard this, and we have some other things to show here. But this has been going viral, and I think people have been using it as a way to discredit her and kind of say like, this is your Congresswoman Florida. This, there's they're trying to cheapen her.
Hmm.
Now, I think that there may be other women on the right now, who you can do that to a bit easier, because Anna Paulina Luna, I mean, she's an Air Force vet. She was a
Yeah.
legit model. This clip is from her modeling career. It's not like she did this while she was a congresswoman, and she's married now and she has kids. So, Karen, first of all, what are your thoughts on the video? And what are your thoughts on, do you think that this in any way discredits her current position as a congresswoman for Florida?
Oh, it should be my personal trainer. I think that's like my number one.
Right?
That's my number one. She missed her calling as like a video, like a video exercise model or fitness influencer. But I guess politics is a better way to find a career. We see Kamala, whatever you want to call it. We went over the name a few times, but we see Kamala. She's a very beautiful woman and she is pursuing higher office. So why discriminate? I think personally, I feel like you said, for her, for instance, for her, she is older now. She's married, and this was in a professional sense. It wasn't completely, I mean, personally, I wouldn't want videos like that of myself out there, and I wouldn't want videos of like my daughter like that. I would be a little
Little
upset. I could
perturbed.
just, yeah, a little perturbed if that was my own kin. But I don't think that necessarily makes me feel like she doesn't have a place at the table. And if anything, the more diverse Congress, I think the better. Like, why is Congress like 90% lawyers? Like, I want some strippers. I want, I want.
I was thinking in the shower earlier, I do some of my best thinking when I'm around running water.
Yes.
That's what my psychic medium told me as well too, who I've been having a heck of a time getting a hold of. I've been texting this woman and like messaging her on Facebook because I wanted to get another reading set up. It's been like 2 years, and there's a lot that could have changed in my cosmic world. But anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that there. What was I saying, Karen? Oh yeah, I
You're
had the
saying we need,
thought.
yes.
I had the thought in the shower that, I mean, this could be a slippery slope towards the first OnlyFans model who is a congresswoman or a senator. And I mean, like somebody who has like an active OnlyFans account and they're a senator, because I would feel better with them because at least I know where they're getting their money from.
That's a good
You know
point.
what I mean?
That's a good point. They're I'm sorry to use this word, but they're whores in
It's
it's
a biblical word. I think it's okay to.
but I'm saying the word, like, they're at least upfront about their whoredom. Whereas we have people that are whoring us out to China, whoring us out to the global, to the World Economic Forum in
Other foreign
Brussels, to the
nations.
corporate interests, to the war lobby. Like, they're real whores. Okay, that's real whoredom, to just go on and make an honest living by showing your feet or something. I mean, like I said, not necessarily something I want for my own kin, but like you said, if we're really sitting here and talking about what it means to sell out and be a whore, those people are selling their souls. I think selling your body might not be as much of an infringement as selling your soul, correct?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that pornography and
Yes.
OnlyFans is a cancer. However, again, at the end of the day, I would know where they're getting their money from. Although for Congressman Ron Jeremy over like Mitch McConnell
Yeah, any day.
or who's the current Speaker of the House, that Republican guy.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, you just
I can't even
uh
remember his name.
what, I
That's
just blanked
how.
on it too. What is his
Who is
name?
the
Shoot.
Speaker of the House, Karen?
It's not Johnson, right? It's
No.
we don't even know. This is so bad.
Well, this is a very serious
That guy is
yes,
just
Mike
he's
Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
Mike
Yeah.
Johnson,
Okay.
you're right.
Thank God. But he's like a enigma. Like, you just look at him and he just looks. The thing about him is there's something about his face that's too soft. There's something, it's as if he has there's no wrinkles on his face. I don't know, you're probably looking at a picture right now, but it doesn't look worn. And I understand maybe he's just a little bit on the younger side, but I feel like he's too old to have like not a one sign of aging. What does that guy do for a living? How do you
I,
make money?
I feel
That's
I feel like we have to show a picture of him now because I have a
Yes, we
picture of him pulled
do.
up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here
Here
we
we
go.
go.
Here we go. Here's
Look
Mike
at that.
Johnson.
Okay, so he's got a little bit of wrinkles around the eyes, but overall, look at that. It's like an AI image of Mike Johnson. It's official
Yeah, it
portrait.
does. It does look very AI, very very artificial.
He's
But
actually, he doesn't even exist. He's just a hologram. There is no Mike Johnson. There's no Biden. Biden's gone. He's a hologram.
yeah, Biden.
Um,
Who knows where the real Joe Biden actually is? But
but you were saying, so e-girl, I guess an e-girl is somebody that makes a living online, like that's
yeah, like I
talking to
consider the
men
Hawk
and
Tuah girl
like
a
an
definite
e-girl. Okay,
e-girl.
and she will be running for Congress next. That is her next step.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Again, in Anna Paulina Luna's case, I don't think that there's anything wrong since this was from her actual modeling days. However, you can sort of look at it as a slippery slope. It's like, okay, she became a congresswoman. Now we're gonna have Hawk Tuah girl running for Senate. We're gonna have Amber Rose probably entering the political field soon. I mean, they did embrace her at the RNC because it's this big open tent now. It's like bring us your porn stars, bring us Kid Rock, bring us just everybody.
Hawk
We want
Tuah
everybody.
2024. I
Yeah,
saw a
Hawk.
shirt that said that at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Hawk Tuah 2024.
No,
Well, you are making a good point that it's this broader movement away from any sense of decorum. There used to be, especially in politics, it's almost like when you look at the royals too. There was like a sense of nobility to politics where these people are a little bit more refined. And in some ways, they set the tone of the culture, especially in the White House. And perhaps bringing in Trump with his gilded gaudiness has dismantled what we used to have. I do have to say the Obamas, back in the day, I recall my grandmother freaking out, not my cool, okay, I don't want to say cool. I hope my dad doesn't hear this. But my one grandmother went crazy about Michelle Obama wearing shorts coming off Air Force One. Michelle Obama always dressed so appropriately. She always looked good. She never, I thought Michelle Obama was a very classy, stylish, presentable, well spoken, well educated first lady. She was a good first lady. My brother takes part that he doesn't like that she took the French fries out of the school lunches, but they're back. So don't worry, everybody. But besides that, besides taking the fries out of school lunches,
And the soda machines, I think. I
yeah.
remember when I
Yeah,
was
she
in
took
high
the yeah.
school, there
Yeah.
was well, this would have been pre-Obama, but I do
Mm.
remember distinctly in high school them removing the soda machine,
And that
and
was
all the
not
kids were
Michelle's fault. That
pretty
was
pissed
not
about it.
that was
No,
Laura Bush's. That was
yeah,
all
it
in
must
Laura
have been.
Bush time.
That would have been during the Bush
But
administration,
but there
but
was a sense of decorum. There was, and I do have to say, Melania Trump, although she in the past has done lingerie model work, she also was very classy and
very
very
classy. It's not
stylish
like she
when
ever
she
wore
was,
like a
yeah.
thong bikini as like first lady. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? She was
absolutely.
always
Yeah.
dressed
We
appropriately.
can't we can't discriminate people on people for their past. But I do believe that there's like a true loss of decorum. If you see, like you mentioned, Kid Rock, I might have shown you the video. If anybody's seen this, Meg the Stallion was like twerking before Kamala
Megan the
Harris.
Stallion, Karen,
Megan the
please.
Stallion. I'm sorry, showing my basic white girl uh just aesthetic here. But so Megan the Stallion was twerking with her other dancers before Kamala came out on stage. We see Kid Rock and whatever he was doing at the RNC, Amber Rose. And I just think it's kind of reflective of the culture. It's just reflective of us as people. We've lost a sense of decorum. Like we've become a lot kind of trashier. I mean, go to your local Walmart, compare that
Oh
to
my
how
God. The
people dress.
people, you're just going to see seas of just morbidly obese people in their Crocs with their socks on and their slides. And it's just a disgusting, sad state of affairs. I'm sorry.
Well, I have a take on my take on the whole pajama people, as my dental hygienist told me, she wants to do a documentary on the pajama people,
It's
and
like
she
most
wants
of the
to
country now.
yes, yeah. So she wants to interview people that wear pajamas and like ask them. She like described all of this. So I'm like, my mouth's like open, and she's like doing my teeth, and she's like, I want to do a documentary and ask the people, like, do you have home pajamas and going out pajamas? Do you wear different pajamas during the day? And like, it was very deep, her level of thought, but I loved it. Obviously, I was like right there with her.
I think it's the
But
same pair all day, quite
yeah,
honestly.
let
And
me
like,
describe my theory on the pajama people. And it's, we understand that the pajamas are just, hey, listen, there are times where maybe it's Christmas Eve and you just got to go out real quick and get some milk. We understand you're going to roll out maybe in your pajamas and your galoshes.
or how
No
about
big.
sweatpants? Like
Sweatpants.
the
Yeah.
old fashioned pair of gray sweatpants
Yeah.
that you would see your dad out in the back mowing the lawn in, like
Yeah.
those. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Totally
With the New Balance
understandable.
sneakers that have like the
Yes.
green rim from the grass.
Yes, yes. And I want to take a moment to actually not chastise the pajama people because I think it is a symptom. It's a symptom of a culture. It's a symptom of society. It's not necessarily that you wake up one day and you decide, I'm just going to give up. Like you don't just wake up one
Maybe
day.
some people
No,
do.
I mean, some people, I
I'm
guess,
getting there.
but I don't think that you just wake up. So my thought is, so when you're, I really feel like it's the jaundice of our society. And for people that don't know, jaundice is the yellowing of your skin. It takes place when your liver or your organs are failing. Okay. Uh, I've experienced this firsthand, and I realize jaundice is not actually the disease. The disease is an internal disease. It's what's going on with inside of you. And I think similarly with the pajama people, when you see these people that look run down, they look like they haven't bathed, they look like they don't care, they just look like they've given up, they've been beaten down, they're disillusioned. It's not necessarily, it's not like they get up and they decide to look that way. It's a symptom of what's going on internally within them. And I feel like as a collective, there are just a lot of people that just feel beaten down. They feel forgotten about. They feel like society is moving on without them. They feel like they can't get ahead. They feel frankly defeated. And I truly, truly have a lot of empathy for those people. I always push back when I hear people talking about like these people, they just are on disability and they don't work and they're
They're in
just
Section 8
scamming the system.
housing.
And yeah, you have to understand, yes, there is a cynicism that is definitely righteous, and and an anger about it that is understandable, but you should really, really have empathy for those people because it is not a good way to live their lives. They are not happy. They do not have true, like, Colin's giving me a look like, are they really not happy? I mean, they don't have to go to work. Like, but you understand
I
what
have a
I'm
lot of
saying.
thoughts.
You understand what I'm saying. There is a level in which people wages have not kept up with the cost of living. And we have, I'm reading a book by Peter Turchin called End Times, and he talks about the overproduction of elites, like too many people getting university degrees, and how there's a lot of wealth inequality going on right now. And this isn't some kind of socialist Bernie Sanders talking point. This is a Donald Trump. This is a far right and a far left talking point that a lot of us are finding common ground on because we see that society is not exactly working for a lot of people. But I want people to reject that cynicism. I just talked to a young man today. I was at Lowe's and we were talking about getting some stuff done in our house. And he was like, oh, I'll never be able to afford a house. And I was just really heartbroken for him. I'm sad that he was a great worker. He was probably about like 25, great worker, respectable, knowledgeable. And you just really got this defeatist just this hopelessness in his voice, and I hate to see that. And I want people to, if you are listening and you're one of those people that you've given up and you feel defeated and you haven't showered, for just showering is some kind of um is
It's
an
a mountain to
accomplishment,
climb.
is a mountain to climb. Like, there is something better for you. There's always another day. There's always something to work towards. And here's the thing, you never want to get stagnant. Do not get stagnant. Just get up, take that shower, put on a pair of jeans, go for a walk, do something. But there's always, just focus on what you can control. I'm sorry that this has become such a but like I said, I don't think, I think that there's a lot of especially conservatives out there who just they don't understand. They just want to label these people as lazy or label them as evil. And I really feel like for the most part, it has nothing to do with that. But we want to jump back to Anna Paulina Luna.
Yes, because I did want to do a bit of a compare and
Uh-oh.
contrast with
Yeah.
another congresswoman, but I'm kind of still stuck back at the jaundice because all I can
Yeah.
picture is like me just like waiting on like a response to a text message, and there you are, like your organs are shutting down, you've got jaundice, and I'm just like pissed, like Karen, where could she be? Like this whole hospital thing, this whole charade, it's enough. I need her to respond to me. I have important things. I need attention. Like that's all I can think of. Like you are just
Karen,
like
you need to respond to this tweet I just sent you. This is
yeah, like where
important.
where
I'm
is
like in
she?
surgery.
I've had enough of this. It was one of the most annoying periods of the past however many years, but I'm
And
glad
this
that
is
we've
why I'm trying to take care of my health. It's really just for you. It's just so that
but
you,
it's
so
the
I'm
least you could do.
responsive. Yes, it
It's the
really, I
least you could
mean,
do
I
because
pretty
it was an
much at
annoying
this point,
period.
yes.
You know, this is the only socialization that I get during the week, so you've got to stay healthy and you got to stay with me here. But
I'm trying. I'm
hey,
trying.
listen. I do have to comment a little bit about everything you just laid out because it
Yeah.
made me
Okay. Yeah.
think
Good.
because there was a lot of crossover between the original Bernie people
Yes.
and the original Trump people.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I phone banked for Bernie Sanders. I thought that that he was a good candidate back in 2016, especially. He sort of lost me in 2020. It started to get a little bit too woke for my taste, and that's when I was kind of like, I noticed. I noticed it wasn't as the messaging for Bernie in 2020 wasn't as catered to the working class. It's like there was an original populist message that was catered to the working class that was coming from Bernie 2016 and from Trump 2016. And I feel like that's sort of been lost in Trump's current campaign as well, too. It's like it went from like looking out for the forgotten man and the
Yeah.
forgotten woman to the forgotten Silicon Valley tech billionaire. That seems
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
what this campaign is
And the ADL,
catered
like,
towards. Yeah,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the
Well,
ADL and
interesting
yeah.
you said that. I do want to get back to Lauren Boebert and some of
Yeah,
my
we have to talk
e-girls,
about her
but
because
we
I do want
because
to.
you mentioned it, I did want to see. I picked up, of course, I checked in with the Daily Mail, the most important publication of our time, and
Absolutely.
I checked in with them today before we started the podcast just to refresh myself on the most important topics going on. And there was actually, you're mentioning Trump. Trump supporters left furious after ex-president's unexpected policy saying he's lost my vote. We had Candace Owens, we had a lot of different people, commentators.
Yeah.
He had a press conference in Bedminster, New Jersey, and he mentioned here's what he said that was really upsetting to people, that he mentioned about bringing more people into the country, that he wants to kick out a lot of the ne'er-do-wells. I don't even think ne'er-do-wells is really the good term, like the murderers, the gang members, drug dealers. He wants to kick those migrants that are in the prisons and on the warrant list and kick them out of the country. But he says we still need more people. Like we still need, and that is true. But here's my thought on that. And I do agree. I do agree with some people that are a little bit concerned about that. Obviously, they still said like of the two candidates, Trump's still their guy. But he has lost his luster. Here's the thing. We have, I just looked up the stats for this. In the 19, let me just see this real quick because I don't want to say it incorrectly. In 2022, hold on, in 1960, prime aged men participated in the labor force at 97.1%. Today, that average is closer to 88.6. That is a
Hmm.
significant drop. And I'm sure a lot of those people are also underemployed, even if they are working. But I think it's like, hey, hold on. Like, can we make this country livable and working for the people that actually live here? They will have more children. People will have more children if they feel that will take care of your population issue. We don't need immigrants, and I'm okay with immigration. I want to make that known. Um, Colin
I
might not
I
be.
I personally think that this
Let's put a
country could
freeze.
use seriously a 10-year moratorium on all immigration, legal and illegal, because our people are ODing out on Kensington Street,
Yeah, where my
ODing
dad
on
is from. My
fentanyl.
dad is from Kensington. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what's happening to our people. Our people are being poisoned. Our people
Mhm.
are having fertility issues.
Killing
So
themselves.
killing themselves. Exactly.
Deaths of
So
despair.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe we should focus on lifting up our population instead of
Importing the
inviting
world.
in yeah, with one exception, which I did tell you about the other day, the policy that I would have, again, it would be a 10-year moratorium on all immigration except for single women from Scandinavian countries. I think that we should allow them to come in at a certain controlled rate. I just think that that would just be a little asterisk that I
E-girls.
would have
Yeah.
personally.
Well,
Single
we
women
need
from
new
Scandinavian countries.
we need new congresswomen. So that's what that we're
Yeah,
saying.
we need this new breed of congresswomen.
Okay.
Now listen, of course, all these the rest of these e-girl congresswomen, they weren't going to just let Anna Paulina Luna get all the attention here. Now we
Mhm.
all know and love Lauren Boebert, right, Karen?
Big
I
fan. We
mean,
are big fans of the show.
yeah,
We
yeah,
endorse
we are
Lauren for
big
everything.
fans of the Boebert here, and I want
What
to pull up a
should
picture.
Lauren be in Trump's cabinet, do you think? Like, what do you think she should be in Trump's cabinet if he would pick her?
Lauren Boebert. Well, hang tight here because
Okay.
I've got to find this. I've got
All
to
right.
find this.
Comment below if you think Lauren Boebert, number one, if she should be in Trump's cabinet. and what job you would give Lauren. She could be like secretary of guns, secretary of
Okay.
tattoos,
So
secretary of swimsuits, secretary of white trash. Like
so
one of
speaking
those. I love
speaking
her
of
though. I
which,
love her. You're just in a tizzy from the Anna Paulina Luna
I
video.
really am. I'm
It was
still all
just,
hot and
it
bothered
was,
from that.
here
Here
we
we
go.
go. So
Thank God we
Lauren
got
Boebert
it.
was not going to be outshone here.
Look
She
at
didn't post this
that.
personally. I don't know who posted this, but here she is, Congresswoman from Colorado on the beach here. Now, what do we think of this tattoo? I personally hate tattoos. It doesn't surprise me that she has ink to this level. Um, Now, overall, she's a good looking girl. She looks like somebody who you would see, maybe working at the local Hooters.
Yeah, definitely.
And now here's the difference though between her and Anna Paulina Luna. Anna Paulina Luna is more I would consider her a Southern California 9. Now Lauren Boebert, I would consider like a coal region Pennsylvania 7 or 8. Like if you saw
Yes,
her
definitely.
maybe at the local watering hole in Palmerton, Carbon County, Pennsylvania somewhere, she would be a 7 or 8. If you were whining and dining Anna Paulina Luna, you would take her to somewhere, upscale like Nobu in New York City. Whereas Lauren Boebert, you can get away with going to the Texas Roadhouse.
Oh,
So
definitely. Throw some
yeah,
peanuts like they used
yeah,
to. Yeah.
yeah, like
She's
I'm
gonna shoot
thinking
some
about it.
pool. Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking about like which one would I rather go out on a date with? And as much as I hate tattoos, I might have to pick Lauren Boebert simply because I feel like there would be a lot less pressure. I feel like there's
Yes. Yeah.
like a woman like Anna Paulina Luna. I feel like there's so much more you would have to be concerned about, worried about. Whereas Boebert, little rough around the edges, and maybe not quite as not
You might have
expecting
to
as
worry about
much.
Lauren Boebert's like ex showing up though, like in his truck. Like you might have to like worry about
That's the thing.
coming
Like
out of
the ex
prison or
pulls up
something.
in like
Yeah.
a Ford
Beating. Yeah.
5150 with a conservative flag decal on the back of the window, and you just get, yeah. So
So
oh, by the
yeah,
way,
just a
I had a grade
consideration.
I went to a kid with grade school. I went to a kid in grade school who ran against Lauren Boebert recently in her last
What?
campaign. He was Lauren Boebert's opponent. His name is
Republican
JP
or
Pedora,
Democrat opponent?
Democrat.
Whoa. So
Yeah.
what is he out in Colorado now?
Yeah, yeah, he's in Colorado. Funny kid growing up. I'd have voted for him if I were there, simply out of loyalty, to
Yes,
show
yeah,
to
coal region
represent,
loyalty.
old school Catholic school, good old boy from Pennsylvania. But
That is a great like little connection there. Like the like six ways to Kevin Bacon, right? Like
yeah, yeah,
there you
six
go.
six 6 degrees of Lauren Boebert.
Six degrees to Lauren Boebert. There you go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay, that is really crazy, but, yeah, Lauren that tattoo is, like, so
Oh,
2010, like, it's, like, 2008,
it's pretty cringe.
dating a guy who drives a Harley Davidson. She probably has, like, a star, one of those, like, star tattoos too.
Oh, I'm
Somebody that
sure.
yeah, we're really offending a lot of people today because somebody who's gonna just, like, accidentally click on this is gonna be like, "I have that same" whatever that tattoo is, I don't even understand what it is, like, thorns? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't
We
please
need to
tell us
go
what that
back.
is, people, please.
We got to go back to the days where it was only servicemen who had tattoos. They
Amen.
had their naval
Amen.
tattoo, they had the anchor on their
And, like,
shoulder.
biker gangs, like, scary like, we had this guy
Yeah,
where I'm from, they had, like, a guy in the '70s called Mudman. Like, Mudman would have a tattoo, and you knew. But and like you said, like a sailor, but now it's just it's so basic. It's, like, become so generic, like, everybody has a tattoo,
yeah.
like,
Unless
you
you're like,
gotta yeah.
Johnny Depp or a Hell's Angel, like you have no business, covering your skin in these stupid, like you're gonna look. Most of these people are gonna look at these tattoos that they got when they're older, and it's just gonna be this wrinkled, disgusting mass, and they're just gonna be disgusted with themselves, and rightfully so.
And here's my thing with tattoos. I have an all or nothing opinion. Like you need to a lot of people like to do like these little tattoo, like you said, if you're in the service, like I recommended my brother, he's in the Navy, like get it on your chest or your upper bicep, like that's it, that's
And
all
he's
you
allowed.
need. Yeah, you can put your ship on there, or like wait, but don't do it young, like wait a few years and decide, because you might stay on one ship and then you might be on another ship, and God forbid you might be fighting in Iran. So like
Yeah, he can have his World War III tattoo.
yes, exactly. Get his World War III veteran tattoo. So I said, don't get anything. But actually, like you mentioned, when he graduated from boot camp, then we were at the Naval Museum in Great Lakes, Illinois, and they had a whole showcase on the history of Navy tattoos. And they explained like the reason why sailors would have tattoos, it was to identify their bodies when they washed up on shore, and kind of like to identify you and like demarcate like who you were. But like you said, they served a purpose and there was a lot of meaning behind it. Like, not like this tattoo means that like I just like am a free spirit, and like I don't know, like I got this tattoo of Target, like the Target circle, because like I just love Target, and it just has like it's just my happy place, and like it's deep. It's deep. That's deep. They love being deep. But like,
I
no,
know.
you're not deep. This is stupid. And if you want to get a tattoo, it's all or nothing. You will get an entire sleeve. Okay. Like I would tell this to my children. If you come home with a tattoo, you better show me the designs for the whole arm, because I want the whole arm done. Not just this stupid. The worst is when they get them like right here. It's just like right on your like upper, like your lower like
Yeah,
arm right here. And it's like, well, where it, and here's the thing, people, it's not even because I don't like tattoos. It looks out of place. There's no symmetry. There's no, it just looks confused. It looks like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? This is just
I will
strange.
never forget the
Yes. I want to
controversy.
see it. I want to see it all. I want your whole body covered in tattoos.
There was such
But
a
it makes sense.
controversy. It does make
Yeah.
sense.
Like then it like because then when you're old, you're like, oh yeah, that person was really into tattoos. Not when you're like 70 and you're like, why does grandma have like this weird heart that doesn't look like a heart anymore on her foot? Like this looks
Oh, the foot
disgusting.
tattoos are the worst. Those are the ones that disgust me the
You
most. And
said it.
I have personally known so many attractive, beautiful young women who have just gotten themselves completely covered from head to toe in tattoos, that it's like you went from being such a pretty girl to now some sort of a lizard. It's like, why would you go and do this to yourself? And one quick little anecdote I just want to mention. I'll never forget the controversy that ensued in my household as a child. I think my brother was, I guess he was 18 at this time, or over 18. I can't remember, but he wanted to get a Metallica tattoo. And he told my parents that it was just going to be like this little symbol of theirs that he was going to get on his arm. Well, my parents give him the okay, since he showed them what it was going to be, just this little Metallica symbol that they use. And he comes home, and on his entire arm, it says like Metallica in like big, bold, in their font. Like they didn't know that it was actually going to say Metallica. They just thought it was going to be the little symbol underneath it. But I remember it was such there was a big fight that ensued.
Pandemonium.
Oh yeah, it was pandemonium. Lots of pandemonium
Here's
in
the
my house
thing.
growing up. But
And everybody that gets the tattoos, they have like perceived persecution. Like people that get, I saw this like list somebody shared on Facebook, and they're like 10 things to not ask a girl with tattoos. I was like, number one, what's your tattoo mean? With like, well, I'm just listen, if somebody asks you what your tattoo means, let me translate. I think your tattoo's hideous. I'm just trying to be nice. Okay.
yeah, I think it
Number
it
two,
revolts
we
me.
don't we don't think you're in a biker gang. Nobody thinks you're in a biker gang because you have a tattoo. Nobody thinks you're cool because you have a tattoo. Nobody thinks that you're cheap because you have a tattoo. Here's what people that don't like tattoos think. They're ugly. Okay. It's that simple.
You work
You
at the
look
vet, okay? You work at the local veterinarian. And I
on.
think you obviously
It's
have too much money on your hands too, really. Like, don't complain about not being able to
oh
afford
yeah.
groceries
Oh
if you're
yeah.
going to your local tattoo parlor because your artist is so good and you just
Yeah.
love nothing more than being underneath the needle just going into your skin.
Yeah,
Like,
and I don't care. I don't judge people. I think that's the thing too. Like they love to like I said, it's a perceived persecution. Like, oh man, like they're not going to give me a job because they have a tattoo. Everybody has tattoos. Literally everyone has a tattoo. The people that don't get tattoos and the people that don't like tattoos, we're not judging you. We just think they're ugly. It's like if
and
you
we're
had
the
an
new
yeah,
outlaws, really.
we're
We're
the
the new
outlaws.
rebels.
We're
The
the
rebels are
rebels.
the ones who don't have the tattoos, okay? Because everybody and their mother is
Yes.
just covered from head to toe
It's
nowadays.
like everybody needs to have like some kind of diagnosis because it's like I've got to make myself special because I don't feel special and I need to be it's cool to be persecuted. It's cool to be have somebody have prejudice against you. It's cool to be like on the fringe or something. So like everybody you want to be on the side of the oppressor, like of the oppressed. I mean, I want to be on the side of the oppressor. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I want to be in the Politburo personally. Like,
I
because
want to
when
be
you're
with the
in,
billionaires, okay? Like I'm good with that.
yeah,
But like everybody, it's cool to be oppressed. And if you're like a basic white chick, you're like, well, what's wrong? Like I gotta find something because so I gotta hate white males. And like for some of you, like some people will be like, well, I've got to find some kind of diagnosis that's wrong with me. I need to go gluten-free and then rail at every go to a pizza place and scream because they don't have gluten-free pizza because you have gluten intolerance. Some people really have celiac disease. I just want to make that out there, but we all know we're just speaking the truth. Somebody's got to say it.
I
The
need a
tattoos are
gluten-free
hideous.
crust.
Yeah, like just leave. Go eat a salad, okay?
Yeah,
Order a
please.
salad if you want something gluten-free, but like I think with the tattoos, it's just like you want to feel and like I said, hey, I know other people that just like tattoos. They just gets their rocks off. That's fine. That's fine. Just go. That's cool. Like go get a tattoo, enjoy it. You're not going to agree with us anyhow. So who can like I don't care if you're just like you just like tattoos and that's what you want to do, but don't get angry when people don't like your tattoos or don't get angry when they ask you about your tattoos because why the hell else did you get a tattoo? For nobody
To
to
be
ever
noticed, to have
exactly. And then get angry
need
that
attention.
people, and like I said, I have not ever, I think I'm at this point because I'm going on the record and saying this. I am never asking anyone about their tattoo ever again because now it is out there that people know how I feel. Okay. They
I never
know.
have asked anybody about their tattoos because I'm not very good. I'm like so transparent. I'm not very good at pretending that I'm, interested or
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're gonna know from my face, that I
Yeah.
think is absolutely hideous. Just like how Karen, when you tell me like, oh, I was out with such and such friend, like I'm just I'm just like so completely
Why were you
just
not
like
responding to my Nick
seething.
Fuentes text? I don't
Yeah.
understand. Why
Yeah. And I
did you
find
leave your
out,
house?
oh,
Yeah.
well, we were out with such and such friends. Like, oh, more friends, huh?
More
These
friends.
friends. I can't stand these friends.
I'm sorry. I feel bad, but it's like somebody's got to say it. It's just it needs to be if I can save one person from making the mistake of getting a tattoo, then like it needs to be done. Like it
And we
needs to
stress the
be
word
said.
mistake.
Mistake. We're going to get so much hate on this episode.
I will never. Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to get a lot of hate. I have one dear family
Yes.
member in particular. I'm not going to mention her name. She knows who she is. But when she showed me, well, first of all, she was afraid to show me that she got a tattoo because she knew what my reaction was going to be.
Mhm.
And when she finally made the big reveal, the reaction was as expected. It was like, I it's like, who is this person? I don't even know. How could they go and do that? Like, I took it as like it was like a personal
Personal
affront to
attack
me
affront to
that
you.
that they got
Well,
this
yeah.
tiny little tattoo
If you want to
because I'm
get
insane.
tattoos, I am not attacking people that have tattoos. I am standing up for people that don't have tattoos and don't like them. We are being persecuted. We are afraid to speak.
Yes.
We are afraid to speak the truth. Like this is the
Preach.
truth. Like we've actually become the outsiders.
Yeah, we're
We've
the
become the
outcasts.
outcasts,
We're
and
looked at
we are
as
so, yeah, we are like,
irregular,
I'm afraid to
abnormal.
tell people my opinion about that. Like, I'm afraid that I am going to be like relegated to like the fringes of society and hated because despised because that's how I feel, like that I just don't like them, like I just don't. It's not, like I said.
And also, your pit bull is going to bite your
Yes,
2-year-old's face
yeah,
off
yeah, like
sooner
why
rather than later. I just
why
want
do
to add that.
yeah, so I'm not attacking you if you have a tattoo. I'm just saying, don't get upset that some people don't like tattoos. We just don't like them. Okay? Like, some people just don't like cats. Some people don't like rap music. Some people don't like country music. It's okay to not like things.
Well, the
Okay? I'm
people
gonna
who don't like cats are like terrible people
me,
who have
me.
no soul. I mean, no, you like cats, Karen.
I
Don't
like
say
some
such a
cats. I
thing.
like some
You
cats. I'm just a
you
little
like
traumatized about cats. I had a bad experience. So,
oh,
um
was it a black cat?
no, I actually loved a black cat, but it was my grandmother feeding the cats, and then there were like 30 of them, and it was just a
Oh,
lot.
well,
It
that'll
was-
yeah. That could give you a
yeah,
bad
it can be,
impression
yeah, yeah. So
in an
it's not that I
atmosphere
don't like
like
them. It's
that.
just, yeah, it was a very traumatizing period of my life. But
Okay, we'll have to talk about that
but
later.
like I said, I am just going on the offense for people that are afraid. Don't be afraid. If somebody shows you your tattoo and you're like, you know what, I don't like that, just tell
Yeah,
them.
if you think it looks hideous, tell them. Don't try and
But
save their feelings. It's like, no, they need to know. We need to put a stop to this. We need to put a stop to Crocs and sandals and slides and tattoos and pit bulls. And also,
and
and this does
pajamas in
not
public.
and I have one more thing to add to this list. One more grievance. I hate when I go into Publix or Walmart or wherever. Now listen, if you're actually really disabled and you can't walk, I understand, my heart goes out to you, but a lot of these people that you see in these rascals going up and down the aisles, you know damn well that they can walk, but they don't want to because they're morbidly obese. And
Yes.
I have just had enough of this now. I want to get in and out of the grocery store, and you're really holding me up, with your giant rascal, and you hear it backing up, and it just raises the anxiety levels. I have I have a whole list of
Yeah. And
grievances.
to the point about the tattoos, it's like, here's the thing, people. It's like,
I
there's,
associate that with tattoos, is why I
yes.
brought that up.
Everybody that has a tattoo also illegally rides the rascals.
They do.
But the tattoo, like, there are certain times when your friend wears an outfit and you're just like, oh, I do not like that outfit. Nobody gets upset about you for that. So it's the same with the tattoos. Like, hey, I just don't particularly care for them. Colin doesn't particularly care for them. We don't hate you. It's not about you. I'm not saying like, oh man, that person must that person must be
Joking.
a moron. Like, no, I don't look at people that show up in like I said, I defended the people that wear pajamas. It's like, do I think you look awful rolling out of bed in your pajamas and your greasy hair? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of do think that you look bad, but it's not like I'm not looking, I'm looking, as Martin Luther King Jr. said. He said, let's not judge people by the content of their tattoos. Let's judge them by the content of their character. Okay. He would say that today if he were here,
That's
but he
right.
would be confused why everybody had tattoos. He would be
He would have a
a
lot of
little
things to say.
confused. He would have a lot of things to say. But sorry, we are going to get so much hate on this. And
Oh, this is gonna
I
be
just, yeah, this is,
a very controversial
hopefully nobody
episode.
listens. Hopefully nobody
Yeah, please skip this episode,
skip
everybody.
this episode. If you
Know
have a tattoo, you are not going to like proceed
we
with
didn't know how
caution.
fiery this was gonna
Like I
be.
said, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't like the color orange. Okay? Like, when I don't like wearing orange. Maybe some people look at orange, look good. I would think most people don't look good in orange. And like I said, it's not
I look good in an orange t-shirt, I think, actually.
okay.
I I think I could pull it off. Hey,
Okay, you
you
can.
never really answered the question though. Well, I guess the
Okay.
question was never posed, but Anna Paulina Luna or
Okay.
Lauren Boebert? Which should I
Which
go
would
out
I,
on
oh,
a
you
date?
or me?
Yeah,
I was like, which
you.
one should I date?
You. Yeah, which one should you date?
Which one should you date? Like I said, I think I feel like I don't know enough about Anna Paulina Luna, and I definitely think that she's married, so she's, like, taken, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
side
she's
with
married
Lauren
with children.
Boebert. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say married like the show, like the Bundys, but, like, I would say definitely Lauren Boebert. It would be pretty wild, though, like, it would be pretty
It would.
but you
I
have,
mean,
like, a
you
track record. This is, like, now Lauren Boebert, Britney Spears,
Mhm.
and that leads to one of the comments we didn't even get into the DNC, like, "Just tune in, we'll figure out next week if Kamala's the
Yeah.
candidate, we're not even really sure yet."
Sometimes we say we're gonna get into things, and then one thing leads to another, and we go off on
Mm.
a tangent about tattoos and rascals. But, yeah, let's bring up these comments.
And I apologize to people that, I'm just sorry if it upsets people about the tattoos. I'm really sorry. I don't
I'm
wanna
not sorry. I
Okay,
needed
you're
to be
not sorry?
said.
Alright, then I'm not
No,
sorry either.
I don't
Yeah,
feel any
yeah.
sympathy.
It's not like I said, it's not about you, it's about me, okay?
Yeah, yeah, this is really a me thing.
Just
It's an us
respect
thing.
if I'm gonna respect the fact that you put something permanently on your body, right? And you are gonna respect that I don't really wanna do that for myself, and I'm not really a big fan of them in general. And it's like, if you wanna do that, like, I don't really care what you do to your body. Like, you do what you wanna do. Like, you wanna take the COVID vax, you take the COVID vax 4 times. Like, you do your thing and let me not like that thing. Okay. Like, let me just be like, this is silly. Okay. I think that we should have mutual respect
We
for
need
one
to
another.
agree to disagree here.
Agree to disagree. Yeah. So, some of the comments I want to talk about, somebody said worry a couple weeks back. We talked about a woman that Colin found that was,
Ah, yes, that
a
the
lovely
Daily Mail
young
girl.
woman, and we just talked about different things, and this one guy said, "Do worry about a woman who tells you she has been around." So that was from Red W oh gosh, I can't read that, sorry, Teen in Blue. It was, a long thing, but so they said, "Worry about that," but also, this led into the whole Brittany Lauren Boebert thing, and somebody wrote, "Brittany is mildly broken, parentheses, unpredictable, and broken equals good times, smiley face." Okay. So that's why I'm thinking with the Lauren Boebert, like good times. You're gonna have some good
Yeah, you
times.
could get kicked out of a movie theater or a restaurant, you never know.
We also had Shauna mentioned that Vance gives me a bad feeling because he looks shifty to me, but I don't think he looks I don't think he's weird looking. He just looks like a random guy. So he's and also from Shauna, she also said she's gonna hate this episode. I have a feeling.
Oh,
Hot
she's not
take.
gonna.
I like this one. Hot take. Maybe Melania didn't want to pick Tulsi because she didn't feel comfortable with working so closely with a female VP.
I'm gonna push back against that a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna quote the great Roger Stone. What he said about Tulsi Gabbard the one time is like, she's attractive just enough for other women not to hate her.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
attractive just enough. She's not, too attractive. So I really don't think that Melania would have had any concerns with a Tulsi VP pick. Because again, good looking woman, but like Melania's like, she's like a queen. She's like some sort of a
Like a
goddess.
goddess. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
So,
Melania even get a pick?
uh, you mean, does she have like a choice? Like
Like, I'm saying, does he really listen to what she has to say? Like, I'm
oh yeah,
curious.
right. That's another thing I thought. Like I highly doubt that much of her input is actually being seriously considered. But then again, what do I know? I don't know the dynamic there.
Melania seems like she just doesn't want to talk about it at all. She's like, Donald, I do not want to go back
Yeah.
to Washington in that dirty house. I not go back. Like, she's like, no, no, no,
Right.
no, no. Like, I
And I'm
think that
with
that's
her.
how she feels about it. She's like, I stay in Manhattan with the beautiful gold. Like, I stay here. So, like I said, I just don't feel like I don't feel like her and Trump. I always say that Trump's biggest mistake was divorcing his first wife because they were more, and I think a lot of times you see this with powerful men, they leave the wife of their youth, like it says in the Bible. And
Yep.
your first wife is more of your equal. She's more of someone that you have a respect about her. Whereas these other ones were like arm candy. They're not really, you don't respect them. Like, and Trump even said that the reason why him and Ivana, the late Ivana Trump, divorced was it became all business. They worked together so much, they lost kind of that excitement and romance.
They
And
lost that love and
obviously,
feeling.
yeah, they lost that love and feeling. But I feel like your first wife has the privilege and the capacity to not be a yes woman. Like, she's going to tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. She was going to tell you when you're wrong. And Trump seems to be somebody who surrounds himself with people, or doesn't even want to listen to people. He doesn't want to listen to people that are going to tell him the truth or tell him that he's wrong. And like I said, when you have that partner, that wife of your youth, like, that person is going to be honest with you. They're going to, if you know, obviously, if you're married to a good person, I think that they can speak a lot of truth into your life. But yeah, Melania, I think she just, like I said, I think she's like, why are we doing this? Like, what is and
Yeah,
I feel for
it's
Melania because she is a person that doesn't have tattoos. So number one, that is no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I
I
don't even
don't
know.
think she does though.
She might have tattoos. I reserve all empathy for non-tattooed people. I'm
I think
kidding.
she's tattoo free. I
I
cannot see
I'm
Melania.
joking. But no, I feel for her because Barron he was just starting to kind of come into the fold of the whole White House bid right before the assassination attempt. And I can imagine for her as a mother, that's really frightening. That's scary. And you're protective of your son. You don't want them to really get you know, that the media, you know, that the system, you know, that the political machine will really tear them apart. And he's only 18 years old. Like, he's a young kid. So I think Melania, one of the reasons why she wants to kind of stay away from it is in order to protect her son.
You know that he's 6'9",
That's
Barron
unbelievable.
Trump. Yeah, he's. I was just
Wow.
looking at a picture of him on X earlier. He's a tall dude. But
Six
that made
nine.
me
I can't
think
even imagine.
that what
Superior genes, as Trump would say.
right. It did make
I'm
me think though.
joking.
It did make me think of this recent Candace Owens interview with Andrew Tate, where Andrew Tate, he also, we had alluded earlier about a lot of prominent figures in the right-leaning alternative media who have also acknowledged that there is a difference. There has been a change in Trump. When you compare him from 2016 to now.
Yeah,
Andrew
even Megan
Tate,
Kelly said that. Yeah, totally
yeah,
understand.
Andrew Tate said something to the effect of he doesn't know this, but he gets the vibe that there was some sort of a deal made between Trump and whoever they are, the deep state, who knows? But some sort of a deal was made in exchange for the safety of his family. Like, hey, I'll, kind of bend to your will on X, Y, and Z, in exchange for you never go after my family after I'm out of office or after this is all said and done. Like some sort of mutual agreement has been made between the rival gangs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's sort of what Andrew Tate said. I was paraphrasing there, of course, but it's a food for thought. I think he might be onto something. That there's some sort of mutual, handshake has been done between the deep state and Trump, where Trump's not gonna, he's only gonna go so far in
yeah,
exchange
yeah.
for we'll leave your family alone. Who knows?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Also, so of course that leads us to our two candidates for this time being. I see some little bit of chatter, people trying to say, "Oh, Kamala is still not going to be the ultimate candidate." So, we will wait and see.
I'm kind of past my Michelle Obama phase. I have been
I'm kind of,
insisting now
yeah. Yeah.
for many months that it's going to be her. No, they found their candidate. It is Kamala. It's Tim Walz as the VP. This is what they're going with. They are going to accept the. I didn't even realize that the DNC was this coming week as well too. I'm probably going to check out a fair bit of it. Just because I'm sure there's bound to be some entertainment there. You know.
Yeah, my main question is, does Kamala have a tattoo? That's what we need to.
You know,
I
there,
wouldn't be surprised. A little obscure.
yeah, just like a little obscure thing on
And
a.
yet again, like I would
It's
vote
not
for somebody.
visible.
I would vote for somebody with a tattoo, even a visible tattoo, even if they had it on their neck, on their
It would
face.
it would
Yeah,
depend.
whatever.
I would have to know. I would really have to know more about their
Not,
background.
yeah. It's just
You
like I
know,
said, it's like some people don't like broccoli. Like you can just not like things and it's okay. It's
I
not
like
an
broccoli
affront
if
to
it's from
you.
the Chinese restaurant. It has to be done a certain way. You know, I can't just do like microwave broccoli from the grocery store. That's disgusting.
Okay. Microwave broccoli. Do you not roast? Have you ever roasted broccoli?
You know what I mean though. Like
Okay,
the
yeah.
frozen broccoli. That's kind of
No,
what I
I
meant.
do
Like the
fresh
frozen broccoli,
broccoli,
right?
roast it. It's fabulous. So we're gonna start with our girl, Kamala, because
Kamala, Kamala.
and we can't figure this out. Camelot,
It's
Comrade
Kamala.
Kamala. So Kamala is a Libra. We've established this. And according to the New York Post, for today, August 18th. Oh my gosh. Oh my, wait, it's August. It's Nick Fuente's birthday today.
Is it?
It is.
Nick
Yeah.
Fuentes
Yeah.
is
Happy
26 years old today.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
1 year closer to running for president.
Yep.
So
God
on
bless.
this beautiful August 18th, the day of our Lord, the holy, this should honestly be a holiday in the US calendar at this point. We
Truthfully,
should all have, I guess it is a Sunday, so everybody has off, but if it were not, it should be observed tomorrow. We should have a day off in honor of Nick Fuentes.
I agree.
So, Kamala Harris for today, August 18th. Disruptions are likely under the influence of the full moon. But if you stay calm and ignore minor setbacks, there's not much that can hurt you. If you are involved in anything of a creative nature, maybe leave it a few days before taking it further. I don't know if
A
that relates to
creative
her.
nature.
Yeah, I
Kamala.
wouldn't
I don't
say.
think there's much creativity going on there,
Yeah, I don't
really.
think that there's anything. Yeah, I'm going to say that was a dud. Come on, Sally.
Yeah, Sally. Maybe we might need to
Sally, we might have to
switch up
switch
our
up our.
source.
Yeah, we need a new astrologer. All right, for our boy, Donald Trump, who is a Gemini. There is no point trying to run away from your troubles because wherever you go, they will follow you there. So don't leave to Venezuela. He was talking about
Ooh,
fleeing to Venezuela.
I heard about that.
Make use of the full moon to engineer a showdown with people who obviously don't want to see you succeed. It's time to get tough.
Ooh, well, hey, he has been making some shakeups in the campaign. He did get back the old 2016 advisor Lewandowski. So there's things going on behind the scenes. You can tell that Donald's not exactly completely happy with the
Yeah.
way things have been going since Kamala officially got the nomination. So I don't know. I do think that it's gonna be, you know, that this on November 3rd, it's going to be such a cluster. It's going to be one of those situations, I guarantee it, where it's going to come
Yeah.
down to like, oh, we're having trouble in such and such county, and it all comes down to this one county.
Yeah.
They haven't.
I hope it's like Schuylkill County,
I hope.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, how appropriate would that be, really, for like the fate of the world, the fate of Western civilization, to be coming
South
down?
of
It's
Schuylkill.
like a polling location in Hazleton somewhere. Like it
That's
all
Luzerne
comes.
County. That is Luzerne County. But
Okay,
that could be, that's a Luzerne County sometimes goes Democrat. So Democratic. So you could see that. We could see, I think that
so appropriate.
we should definitely be doing a live stream that night. Like I think that we should getting ready
I
for
think
that.
so.
And if people, I know we're going to lose like half our audience because of my bombastic comments today, because I'm offensive to people, but like
We
I
might
said,
also gain some
we
people
might
though
some
as
gain. Some
well. A lot
people
of
want
people
to,
feel the
yeah.
same way we do.
Yeah, a lot of people like I said, I am just speaking out for the minority. Like somebody's got to speak for us. Somebody's got to say, "Hey, it's okay. It's okay to say you're not okay
The
with
forgotten
tattoos." Okay?
untattooed men
Yeah.
and the forgotten untattooed
Yeah.
women. Somebody,
Yeah.
nobody's speaking for us anymore.
Don't be ashamed of like just not wanting a tattoo and not really being into them. Just not, it's like I said, not
You
assigning any judgment,
yeah.
prejudice, just disdain. What's wrong with disdain?
You
What's wrong
I have disdain for so many things, let me tell you. It's like a an ever-growing laundry list of the things that I have disdain for, but, hey, listen, I think that's been an episode, right? Huh? We
Yeah, I
covered some
suppose.
decent ground
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I will say the Daily Mail is showing me pregnancy updates from Ashley Tisdale from High School Musical. So I'd say that everything is okay in Western civilization. The Daily Mail
Okay.
is not telling me that there's a war about to break out. So it looks like that's usually how I know. If like there's something about like Iran at the top of the Daily Mail, I start to get a little nervous. But it seems like they've got a Disney Channel, former Disney Channel star who has been relevant in like 20 years as their main on their main page. So I'd say it's a safe day. It's a day to relax and like I said, subscribe to this little podcast here.
Yeah, our humble little podcast here that Karen and I do lovingly each and every week on YouTube, on Rumble. So please, if you have enjoyed our little conversation here today, if you've enjoyed listening in the back seat, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to us on YouTube, Rumble, follow us on X, and we'll be back right here, same time next week on another fun-filled, jam-packed edition of the Re-Education Camp podcast. We'll see you then.